A judge will sentence Bryan Kohberger today at the Ada County Courthouse. Kohberger admitted to killing Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogen, and Kaylee Gonzalez in November of 2022 at a home near the University of Idaho.
Kohberger took a plea deal to avoid months of a jury trial and potentially the death penalty in exchange for spending the rest of his life in prison. Experts say today's sentencing is going to be unusual.
Yeah, and our Morgan Romero is live at the courthouse this morning. Morgan, what can we expect to see and hear later?
Yeah, first I want to show you guys the scene outside the Ada County Courthouse right now. I've counted about 20, if not more, media organizations, both from all across the region as well as all across the nation. So much media attention in this case, just given the fact that it's spanned for so long and has had so much interest since the beginning. There are also, I've counted about 70 people in line. These people have been in line since even last night, camped out across the street from the courthouse. When my colleague got here at 1:30 this morning, there were already more than 20 people in line ahead of him. Again, this is likely going to be the final time that we see Bryan Kohberger in court in what is the final chapter in this case. We do know that, a lot of criminal cases end in plea bargains, the vast majority, but it is rare for somebody who's accused of murdering multiple people to get a plea bargain. Today is the first time that family members of the victims will get to say their piece in front of the judge, as well as in front of the man who murdered their loved ones.
At the hearing, prosecutors will explain to the judge why they think the sentence they're recommending is appropriate. Defense attorneys will have the opportunity to do the same. Kohberger can then give an allocution, a statement to the court where he could explain his actions and personal circumstances and potentially express remorse, something the public and family members have yet to hear.
Any victims of the crime, their families, can and will have the opportunity to make a statement in court to the judge, in front of the defendant.
This is where the hearing will be unpredictable. Victim impact statements, one of the only times in a judicial process where victims get to speak in court. Some read statements, some speak from the heart, some break down and can't speak at all.
It gives that victim the ability to have some sort of voice in the process. Sometimes it brings a sense of relief to get, the impact of this crime on them or their family off of their chest in front of the defendant. It also helps inform, I think, the judge as well as to the true impact of the crime. In this case, that impact is very clear.
It's unclear exactly when the victims will share their statements. It's up to the judge if that comes before or after the attorneys and potentially Kohberger address the court. Finally, Judge Hibbler will hand down Kohberger's sentence. Of note, the judge is not bound by the plea agreement and can order a different, lesser sentence. If Hibbler sentences Kohberger to life in prison as recommended, attorney Tara Malik says Kohberger would be transferred quickly from Ada County into the custody of the Idaho Department of Correction, where he would spend the rest of his days in prison, most likely in solitary confinement. Given how brutal the crimes were and Kohberger's history of social issues, attorneys tell me solitary is not only appropriate, it's necessary for his protection.
Families of the victims also have the option of sending their written victim impact statements into the court or even having somebody read them on their behalf. I did speak to family and representatives of Xana, Kaylee, and Madison Mogen, and I have been told that they do plan on being here and reading their victim impact statements aloud in court. The family of Ethan Chapin has said that they're not going to be here in Boise today. They were here for that plea deal hearing. They felt like that gave them the closure that they needed, the justice that they needed, and they don't want to face any further trauma. But again, we are expecting a very, very emotional day with a lot of attention here at the Ada County Courthouse. Back to you guys.
Yeah, and as you showed us, a lot of eyes on this case right now. Thank you so much, Morgan.
And we're going to be streaming the sentencing on KTVB Plus. That's going to start at about 9 a.m. this morning. Brian Holmes will join me along with Andrea Dearden and more to take you up to and through the final chapter in the case of Bryan Kohberger. To watch KTVB Plus, download the app to your TV and watch for free.